Do you ever find yourself needing constant reassurance in a relationship, even when your partner swears everything is fine? Or maybe you push people away right when things get close, having the same fight with different people, and you don't know why. What if I told you those patterns didn't start in adulthood at all? For so many of us, the real reasons for these confusing and painful dynamics are hidden in our childhoods. These aren't character flaws, they're survival patterns. When we hear childhood trauma, we often think of big, obvious events. But it can also be the quiet, unseen wounds of emotional neglect, like having parents who were physically there, but emotionally checked out. It can be the feeling of being consistently ignored, dismissed, or made to feel like your needs just don't matter. These experiences leave a deep imprint on our developing brains, shaping our ability to trust, connect, and love as adults. In this video, we're going to uncover 5 of those hidden patterns by following the story of a man named Henry. Henry desperately wants a healthy, loving relationship, but he keeps finding himself stuck in cycles of anxiety and self-sabotage. He doesn't get it until he starts connecting the dots back to his past. By following his journey, you'll get a new roadmap to understanding your own relationship patterns and hopefully take the first step toward real healing. Pattern number 1, the fear of abandonment and constant reassurance seeking. The first hidden pattern is a deep, nagging fear of being abandoned, which often shows up as anxious or clingy behavior. People with this pattern need constant reassurance from their partners. They might panic if a partner wants some space, overanalyze every text, and feel a sense of dread whenever they're alone. This is where we meet Henry. He's in a new relationship that's actually going well, but he's buzzing with this low-level anxiety. He texts his partner constantly just to know where they are. So when his partner says they need a quiet night to themselves, Henry's mind immediately catastrophizes. He thinks, they're losing interest. I did something wrong. They're going to leave me. This fear feels so huge that he often stays in relationships way too long, because being alone feels even worse than being unhappy. This pattern often comes from a childhood where care was inconsistent. Henry grew up with an emotionally unavailable mother. She was there, but her affection came and went without warning. As a little kid, Henry learned that love could just disappear. He couldn't understand his mom's emotional state, so his brain made a simple, powerful rule. If I'm not always watching, I'll be abandoned. That survival skill once protected him, but now, it's the very thing causing so much anxiety and strain in his adult relationships. Pattern number 2, the avoidance of intimacy and emotional distance. But then there's the other side of the trauma coin, avoiding intimacy altogether. This is for anyone who feels suffocated by closeness and feels a powerful urge to pull away when a relationship gets serious. They might resist commitment, struggle to show emotion, and create distance to protect themselves, even when they really care about their partner. To see this in action, let's look at the story of Marcus. While Henry clings, Marcus pushes away. Marcus grew up with a father who was emotionally volatile. In his childhood home, being vulnerable led to pain or ridicule. He learned a hard lesson. Showing emotion is dangerous. As an adult, Marcus seems cool and totally self-sufficient. He's successful, he has friends, but his romantic relationships never go deep. The second a partner wants more emotional connection, Marcus shuts down. He might pick a fight, go cold, or just end it. It's not that he doesn't want love, it's that his nervous system is wired to see intimacy as a threat. For him, emotional distance feels like safety, even if it leaves him feeling incredibly lonely. Pattern number 3, codependency and overgiving. The third hidden pattern is codependency, which often looks like a compulsion to overgive, fix, and take care of others, usually at your own expense. This is incredibly common for adults who were parentified as kids, meaning they had to take on adult responsibilities and be the emotional rock for their own parents way too early. If this feels heavy, pause for a second. This stuff goes deep, and it's okay if it brings things up. This is a huge part of Henry's story. His father struggled with alcoholism, so from a young age, Henry became his mother's emotional caretaker. He learned that his value came from being helpful and managing everyone else's feelings. He internalized a new rule: to be loved, I must be needed. As an adult, Henry finds himself drawn to partners he can fix or rescue. He pours all his energy into their problems and lets his own goals and well-being slide. He apologizes for things that aren't his fault and can't set boundaries, because saying no makes him feel guilty and terrified that he'll lose the relationship. This dynamic leaves him feeling exhausted and resentful, but he keeps doing it because being the fixer is the only way he knows how to feel worthy of love. If any of this is hitting close to home and you'd like to explore it more, I've made a small guide with some journaling prompts to help you reflect privately. It's there if you want it, no pressure. You can find the link for that in the description below. Pattern number 4, the need for control and perfectionism. The fourth pattern is a powerful need for control and perfectionism. This often comes from growing up in a chaotic, unpredictable, or unsafe home. When a child's world feels out of control, they learn to micromanage their little corner of it just to feel safe. In adulthood, this can show up as needing things done a certain way, obsessively planning, or trying to control a partner's choices. As Henry starts to understand his other patterns, he sees this one too. He's a meticulous planner. On dates, every single detail is mapped out. In his relationships, he's always offering unsolicited advice on his partner's career, their finances, even their daily routine. When things don't go according to his plan, he feels a spike of intense anxiety. This doesn't come from a desire to control, it comes from a need to feel safe. He learned that if he could control the little details, maybe he could prevent a disaster. Now, his brain applies that same logic to his relationships, desperately trying to keep them safe and prevent the chaos he felt as a kid. But in the end, it just ends up suffocating his partners and chipping away at trust. Pattern number 5, emotional numbing and disconnection. The final pattern is one of the most subtle, but also one of the most damaging: emotional numbing. This happens when expressing emotions in childhood was punished, ignored, or shamed. Kids in those homes learn that feelings are unsafe, so they just shut them down. As adults, they might struggle to even identify what they're feeling. They might just say they feel empty or flat, or they might only experience emotions as physical symptoms. If this feels heavy, take a breath. This is the deepest layer for many people, and it's okay if it brings things up. This is Henry's deepest wound. Underneath his anxiety and people-pleasing is a profound disconnection from his own feelings. He was always told to toughen up and that big boys don't cry. He learned to put on a mask and pretend nothing affected him. Now, when a partner asks him, "What are you feeling?" Henry genuinely has no idea. He can say, "I'm fine," or "I'm stressed," but he can't tap into the nuances of sadness, anger, or disappointment. He might feel a tight chest, a hollow stomach, or a buzzing in his arms, but he doesn't know what emotion that sensation belongs to. This emotional numbness is a form of dissociation, a survival skill that shielded him from overwhelming pain as a child, but now it's a wall between him and his partner. He can't share a part of himself that he can't even access. So we've got the fear of abandonment, the avoidance of intimacy, codependency, the need for control, and emotional numbing. And as we saw with Henry, these patterns aren't separate, they overlap and feed into each other, creating these painful, frustrating cycles. But here's the most important thing I want you to hear today. These patterns are learned, which means they can be unlearned. And if you're seeing yourself in Henry, in any of this, nothing about you is wrong. The healing journey starts with exactly what you're doing right now: building awareness. Henry's story doesn't end with him being stuck. By understanding the why behind his actions, he can finally approach himself with compassion instead of shame. He realizes his patterns aren't signs that he's broken, but signs of where he's been hurt. This understanding empowers him to start making new choices. He can practice sitting with the anxiety of not texting back right away. He can learn to set a small boundary. He can start to notice the sensations in his body and connect them to his feelings. It isn't a quick fix, but a slow process of building trust with himself and learning that healthier ways of loving are possible. Healing from childhood trauma is a journey of reclaiming the parts of yourself you had to hide to survive. It's about learning that you are worthy of love, not because of what you do for others, but simply because of who you are. Thank you so much for sharing this space with me today. If this video resonated with you, please give it a like to help it find others who might need this message. I'd love for you to share your own experiences in the comments. What's one pattern you recognized in yourself today? Sharing our stories is a powerful reminder that we are not alone in this. And finally, be sure to subscribe for more content on healing and building healthier relationships.